Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the BTO analysis. Now if you haven't watched my previous video on my review of McNair Heights, the video link is over here. But today let's talk about another mature project in the Toa Payoh area for our February 2021 BTO project coming up. Alright my friends, welcome back to the Honey Money SG channel. My name is Christopher and today I'm going to give another review of my BTO analysis. Today we are going to talk about the Toa Payoh BTO in the Bidadari and the Bartley area. Now this time HDB has actually offered 3 project sites, namely the Alkaff Breeze, Bartley GreenRise and Park Edge at Bidadari. Okay, so before we go into the deep analysis, could you help me push the like button so that YouTube algorithm can push this content to more viewers? So they have a total of 12,016 units ranging from 3 rooms to 5 rooms. And here are the estimated dates that you can collect your keys to these flats. Now the price details are as follows. And it's definitely not cheap being in a matured area. But for aspiring homeowners who may want to live in a 5-room flat at a matured area, I think this project would be interesting to you. Okay, let's move on to the deep analysis of this Toa Payoh project. Now the Bidadari region has been a very popular area among BTO owners, mainly because of its excellent location near the city fringe area, as well as good amenities surrounding the Serangoon and the Potong Pasir district. The nearest highway, CTE, is only a 3 minutes drive, as well as PIE, which is about 5 minutes drive away. So for my driver friends, very easily accessible for this BTO site. Let's look at the shopping mall options. We have an existing popular shopping mall, Next, which is located just above the Serangoon MRT. Now Next is a full-fledged shopping mall with cinemas, supermarket, restaurants, and all the department stores that you can think of. It even has a library and a rooftop playground. So it is a very family friendly mall where you can spend your time. But because of this, right, it is also a super crowded mall. So another option is the future Woodleigh Mall, which is just right outside your doorstep, especially for Alkaff Breeze owners. So this mall is scheduled to open at the later part of next year. I'm not sure who are the tenants yet, but I believe the mall will try its best to attract tenants like supermarkets, which is very popular among the households. So you could probably do your daily grocery shopping there. Now talking about transportation options, these projects are located in a super convenient area which is within walking distance to their nearby MRTs. So for Alkaff Breeze, it's around 5 minutes walk to the Woodleigh MRT stations and 10 minutes walk to the Bartley MRT station. And then for Bartley GreenRise and the Park Edge of Bidadari, Bartley MRT will be within 5 minutes walk and Woodleigh MRT will be within 10 minutes walk. So depending on your destination, you may want to select the MRT line that is more convenient for you. Next up, let's look at primary school options. We have 2 very popular primary school options, the Cedar Primary School and the Maristella School. So if you're considering sending your kids to this school, this project will be a good option for you. Okay, next let's talk about food options. Now food options is not a strong point for this project because we have very limited eateries and kopitiams around that region. There's no hawker center or market nearby that offers cheap options for your food. So for more food options, you can only rely on Woodleigh Mall to offer more F&B tenants in the future. Now let's talk about grocery shopping. Prime Supermarket is about a 10 minutes walk away. And if you want to talk about a larger hypermarket, it will be the Fair Price Extra at Next. That is probably about a short drive or a bus ride away. So if I were to look at the downsides, there is one area that I'm particularly concerned on. Now this Bidadari area has been a popular location for HDB to build its BTO sites over the years. It's almost becoming like the next Punggol or Sengkang district. So you can imagine that Woodleigh used to be an MRT station that no one bought. And then now we have so many BTO owners around that area. We even have a shopping mall right there in the future. So you can expect the traffic there is only going to get busier and busier. And if you are someone who cannot live in a crowded area, then this might not be the project for you. Moving on, let's look at the financing of this project. Let's use the example of a 4-room flat at a medium price range. So that will be around $522,000 and you need to pay 10% down payment, so that will be $52K. We have a $2,000 of option fee which is refundable and also calculated to around $10,000 of stamp duties. So that totals up close to $65,000 that you have to pay upfront for the expenses. This is the minimum amount of cash or CPF balance you should have with your partner before considering to apply for this flat. Then let's take a look at the monthly repayment option for this flat. So we have a remainder of close to $470,000 and using a HDB loan rate of 2.6%, this will come up to a monthly repayment of $2,132 for a period of 25 years. And if we were to combine the ordinary account contribution from your employee portion and your employer portion, that will come up to 23% of your monthly income. So doing some math, it will be around $9,300 of monthly income to afford this flat without any cash top up on your monthly repayment. Or you can consider when you have around $111,000 of annual income combined with your partner. So here comes the verdict. I would say this project is quite fairly priced for a mature estate, especially if you want a 5-room flat, because HDB don't really build 5-room flats in mature areas now, as the pricing may be too unaffordable for most couples. It is a pretty quiet area if your unit is not facing the main road, and I would totally prefer this over the McNair Heights, where it's facing the main road. So this BTO is definitely not cheap as well. Do work out the finances with your partner before considering to apply for this project. Okay, wrapping up, which is the flat that I would choose out of these 3 projects. Now, if I were to commute within the Northeast Line region, I would actually pick the Alkaff Breeze because it is the closest to the Woodleigh MRT and it also has the earliest delivery date. So you don't have to wait as long as the other 2 projects which are ending at 2026. But of course, I would expect the Alkaff Breeze to be the hottest project and it has the least number of units, so competition is going to be tough. Now looking at Bartley GreenRise and the Park Edge, they have slightly more units but the delivery date is at 2026. So I would expect competition to be less stiff. More applicants are going to go for the Alkaff Breeze, especially if they have a lower queue number. But I think for the Bartley projects, it is also quite a good option if you're traveling along the Circle Line or even towards the Paya Lebar area, because it is nearer to the Bartley MRT, which connects really well to these areas. So I would say this is more of a personal preference and also the queue number that you have gotten from the ballot. I would say all 3 sites are good projects and you should grab this chance because there is not much more land for Bidadari to develop its BTO. Alright, so if you have enjoyed this video and find it useful today, share this video to your friends, your partners, and your family. Remember to hit the like button so the YouTube algorithm can promote this video to more viewers. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so that you can view more analysis like this. Thank you and have a great day ahead. I'll see you guys on the next one.